Top 10 creepiest small towns in America. You never know when you might walk into a town that's filled with houses, but not a single soul to talk to. This is not just a mere setting. Did you know there's a town out there that has been burning for more than 60 years? Centralia, Pennsylvania. Centralia, Pennsylvania, a real-life ghost town lurking in the shadows northwest of Philadelphia. It all started back in 1962 when an underground mine fire took an eerie turn for the worse. The flames accidentally found their way into the old, abandoned mines beneath the town, setting off a chain reaction of creepy chaos. Smoke, sinkholes, and toxic fumes started spewing, turning this peaceful community into a scene straight out of a horror movie. By 1983, most of the town's terrified residents were wisely evacuated. Then, in 1992, the state condemned the entire town under eminent domain, delivering a chilling blow. To seal its fate, the town's zip code was even officially recalled in 2002. What's truly spine-tingling is that Centralia's infernal fire still burns today and is expected to smolder for another 250 years. According to some sources, 4 brave souls still call this cursed place home. Only 5 houses remain standing in this eerie, haunted town. Custer, Idaho. Now let me spin you a tale about Custer, Idaho, a long-forgotten gold mining enclave tucked away in the depths of Shawnee National Forest. It was the year 1896 when this place was the bee's knees, with a bustling population, a colossal stamp mill, and not 1, not 2, but 8 saloons to keep folks merry. There was even a tiny Chinatown where you could get your laundry done, buy some snazzy shoes, and pay a visit to a Joss house, a mysterious Chinese place of worship. But here's where it gets a little eerie. Just 15 years later, Custer's mills fell silent, and the once thriving community turned into a ghost town. By 1911, only 2 families remained holding onto the memories of better days. Now, picture this. Most of the town still stands, a haunting reminder of its past. In 1981, it earned a spot on the National Register of Historic Places. Its weathered buildings open their doors seasonally for brave visitors, and the original schoolhouse, now a museum, hosts the secrets of a bygone era. Bodie, California. Would you like to go on a trip to Bodie, California? A place where time seems to have frozen, and the eerie past lingers in the air. It's like stepping into a ghostly Gold Rush era town not far from Yosemite. Bodie was already on the decline at the dawn of the 20th century, but what really sent shivers down the spines of its remaining residents were a series of unforgiving fires. They were forced to hightail it out there, leaving the town trapped in the early 1900s. Imagine walking in, and it's as if folks just got up from their dinner tables, stores are still stocked with supplies, and the schoolhouse's chalkboard proudly displays lessons from a century ago. But here's the kicker. Legend has it that bad luck follows everyone bold enough to pilfer anything from this eerie time capsule. So beware of the curse that might just linger in the shadows of Bodie's preserved past. Kennecott, Alaska. Alright, let's talk about Kennecott, Alaska, a spine-tingling time capsule hidden at the end of a 60-mile dirt road in the heart of Wrangell St. Elias National Park, the granddaddy of all U.S. national parks. In its glory days, from around 1910 to 1940, Kennecott was the copper capital, churning out nearly $200 million worthy of the shiny stuff. But here's where the eerie factor kicks in. By 1938, the mine went silent, and the Kennecott Copper Corporation pulled a vanishing act, leaving behind a chilling sight. Everything, and I mean everything, was just abandoned. Now, here's the catch. You can venture into this frozen moment in time, but only if you dare to take a 2-hour guided tour with St. Elias Alpine Guides. It's the sole legit way to enter this ghostly town, complete with its towering 40-story mill. And while you are at it, don't forget to explore the Root and Kennecott glaciers. They've got their own eerie tales to tell. Rhyolite, Nevada. Let's journey to the ghostly remnants of Rhyolite, Nevada, a desolate town near the ominous Death Valley National Park. Picture this. Once upon a time, it was a buzzing hive of ore mining activity. In 1904, a glimmer of gold was found nestled within its quartz-rich hills. The gold rush was on, and it was a free-for-all with 2,000 claims spread across a 30-mile stretch. Rhyolite wasn't your run-off-the-mill mining town either. Nope. It flaunted a hospital, an opera house, and even a stock exchange. The plot twist came in 1906 when Charles M. Schwab tossed several $1,000,000 into the Montgomery Shoshone mine. But in a cruel turn of fate, the 1907 financial panic cast a dark shadow. Businesses shuttered, and the town's heart began to wither. By 1916, the final nail in the coffin was driven when the lights went out, and Rhyolite joined the realm of the ghost town. And if you're thinking of visiting, you might recognize it as the spine-chilling background of ScarJo's sci-fi thriller The Island in 2005. If you're still here and enjoying this video, then you should definitely hit the thumbs up button. Cahaba, Alabama. Alright, gather round and let me share the spine-tingling story of Cahaba, Alabama, the state's first capital back in 1820s. It's set right at the eerie crossroads of two rivers, but things took a dark turn after the capital was shifted to Selma post-Civil War. Cahaba saw a gradual descent into a ghostly realm, losing its business, its people, and enduring merciless floods. Today, you can venture into the ghost town's haunting past at the Old Cahaba Archaeological Park. There, you can uncover the history of Native American presence and the years when freedmen and women called it home. As you explore, brace yourself for a touch of the supernatural. Abandoned streets, forgotten cemeteries, and the ruins of once vibrant buildings stand as eerie reminders of days gone by. And don't forget to keep an eye out for the ghostly orb that occasionally materializes in the garden maze at the residence of C.C. Piggies. Glen Rio, New Mexico, Texas. The curious case of Glen Rio, the town that straddles the border between New Mexico and Texas. Back in the day, it was the bee's knees, an absolute hotspot on Route 66. From the 1940s to the 1960s, Glen Rio was bustling with gas stations, dinners, bars, and motels, swarming with road trippers cruising through the rugged Southwest. But hold on to your hats, because here's where it gets eerie. The 1970s saw the birth of I-40, a shiny new interstate that stole all the thunder. Suddenly, road trippers bypassed Glen Rio, and the town tumbled into disrepair. Now, here's where it gets truly hair-raising. The Glen Rio Historic District stands as a frozen time capsule, complete with 17 spine-tingling abandoned buildings. It's like stepping into a ghostly movie set, and who knows what secrets still linger in the shadows of this deserted town. St. Elmo, Colorado. The tale of St. Elmo, Colorado, a once thriving gold and silver mining town that met a chilling fate. Originally, they called it Forest City, but let's fast forward to when gold and silver, the town's lifeblood, vanished into thin air. As if that wasn't eerie enough, a grim shadow loomed over St. Elmo, with disease stalking the narrow streets. Folks packed up and left, making the town feel like a ghostly echo of its former self. But here's where it gets downright spooky. The final nail in the coffin was when the train service to Chalk Creek Canyon took its last run in the 20s. While most of the town sleeps in eerie silence, a general store and the ghost town guest house defy the odds. That's right, you can actually spend the night in this ghost town. It may be a tad unlively, but that's the charm of this chilling time capsule. Who knows what lurks in the shadow of St. Elmo's after dark? Nelson, Nevada. Here's a spine-tingling story for you about Nelson, Nevada. This place, originally known as El Dorado, had a hidden secret: silver, discovered by early Spanish settlers way back in 1700s. But the real eerie twist came a century later when gold fever struck, courtesy of a bunch of Civil War deserters. This was the mother of all Nevada gold rushes, and all chaos broke loose. The infamous Tachaticap mine, perched on the edge of town, became a hotbed for disputes, and let's just say, frequently led to murder. Doesn't even begin to describe it. Fast forward to the 1940s, and the town's mines were still churning out riches. But hold on to your hats, because here's where the hair-raising parts kicks in. In 1974, a flash flood wiped out the nearby town of Nelson's Landing, just 5 miles away. Now Nelson stands eerily intact, frozen in time. It becomes a magnet for photographers, film crews, and music video shoots, but you can't help but wonder what echoes of its ominous past still linger. Bannack, Montana. Now for the last one, it's time to dive into the eerie history of Bannack, Montana, a spooky old mining town that's no stranger to paranormal enthusiasts, thanks to its appearances on the Travel Channel's Ghost Adventures. Back in the days of the gold rush, Bannack wasn't exactly your cozy, peaceful hamlet. It had a reputation for being, shall we say, a little rough around the edges. Holdups, robberies, and good old-fashioned murders were practically part of the town's daily routine. Even the sheriff had some dark rumors swirling around him. Fast forward to the 1950s, and Bannack was all about deserted, left to the ghosts of its troubled past. But here's where it gets good and creepy. Over 50 of its original 1800s structures still stand, frozen in time. You can explore them all now that Bannack is a state park. Just remember, as you wander through these eerie remnants, you might not be entirely alone. If you are even a little bit curious about the greatest natural wonders of the world, make sure to click on the banner and learn everything about them. And now, before you leave, how about you show some love to that subscribe button? And don't forget to like either.